morning, Elite. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to your favorite Saturday morning show. And we're going to switch layout here in a sec, guys, but I hope you guys are all doing well in the live chat. We got a lot to talk about today. It's going to be something else, but today only we have ourselves a two-person crew. That's it, Jackie. Just me and you. I'm joined by my single co-host today, Jackie the Draw Rodriguez. How's it going, Jackie?
Just the two of us.
Yeah,
I feel like we should just start singing the song.
I mean, if I try putting the song on, we probably get copyrighted, and there goes our podcast.
No, we're gonna get struck down. But yes, two-person booth. It's just me and Kyle. It's been a long time since it was just Kyle and I doing a two-man booth. But what's up, everybody? Good morning. Got my iced coffee in tow. I'm not fancy like Kyle with the French press coffee.
Yeah, I went fancy this morning, Kay. Let me just, we got to get our, speaking of coffee, got to get our coffee shop music going here. Here we go. Got to get that playing. This is a staple here on the Saturday morning show. I have a good time here with that music. But anyways, yeah, I went fancy this morning. I went French press style. I broke it out. I'm like, you know what? Good Morning Elite deserves a fancy coffee this morning. So I grabbed my Tim Hortons ground up coffee mix and threw it in my French press and get I don't have no fancy coffee. Right? I just have the
work on it.
That's too much work. I don't have a coffee grinder. No.
I mean, but you could get good stuff pre-ground.
I think so.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Can I ship coffee across the border? Because I would love to send you some good shit, like some Cafe Bustelo. I don't know if you guys have that in Canada.
Some of that good shit. That good stuff, You may sound like it was a drug. Well, I mean, coffee is a drug.
Oh my God, Kyle.
It is a drug. People are addicted to coffee like people are addicted to drugs.
I mean, okay, fine. I could see that.
Boo to everything non-espresso. You know what? I'll admit, if it's that type of morning, when I'm at Tim Hortons, because I'm Canadian, that's all we drink up here is Tim Hortons. It's like you guys' version of that, Dunkin' Donuts. That's how obsessed we are with Tim Hortons up here. I will ask for an espresso shot Maggie in my coffee, and it does wonders. Espresso, I'd love to have one of those Nespresso machines. That's my future goal, but those are
next level bougie.
In Canadian dollars, that's half your mortgage on your house. So anyways.
Wait, hold up. Maggie says, I've had a donut once.
You had a donut once? Oh.
That's
only
it?
Once?
Oh, look at our co-hosts are live.
It was like sex. Yeah, donuts are like sex, depending on where you get them from. Actually, believe it or not, Maggie, there's a place here in where I live here in Canada. They make, it sounds bad, but it's like sex times 10 when you eat it. It's a vegan donut place. So no, everyone hears the word vegan, they're like, fuck that, it must taste like dirt. No, not this one. These donuts, I swear to God, it's like an orgasm in your mouth times 10. They're so good. Jackie, they're so effing good.
That's where we're going this morning.
When you eat them, you don't even know you're eating a vegan donut. Like if I handed you one and didn't tell you, you wouldn't have guessed. That's how good they are. Yeah, and it's literally just a place that just makes donuts. That's it. Nothing else.
What's the name of the place? Plug it, man.
It's called Beechwood Donuts. If you guys ever go on the Googs, your little Google machine, type in Beechwood Donuts. The city's called St. Catharines. You'll get it. Hometown Sean Spears, by the way. It's my boy. Me and Harry both from the same. This is how much of a Sean Spears mark I am, if anyone doesn't know. I actually have his logo tattooed on my arm.
I was just going to say, if you don't flash the tattoo right now, wasted opportunity.
Wasted, yeah. But anyways,
there we
Jackie,
go.
This is so unplanned. Everybody looking and watching today. Audio listeners, you won't see, but if you come back and watch the video version, me and Jackie both have Kenny Omega shirts on. And this was totally unplanned. We did not coordinate. I didn't text him, Jackie, what are you wearing? I want to wear my Kenny Omega shirt. Oh, you should wear your Kenny Omega shirt. Oh my God. No, we didn't do that. Wasn't a thing. And shouts to Jedi Prince and Defiant in the chat, who is Ant and Phil, who are at convention. What's the convention called again?
Icons.
Icons, that's it. They're at Icons. I feel bad because they're hanging out with that other part of wrestling Twitter who have never heard it. Maggie's only ate a donut once. These guys at the convention have only showered once, so.
Oh, Kyle, no.
So sort of the same thing, but not really. So, anyways, we'll move on from that. Today is gonna be a cool episode, so we're gonna touch base on Rampage like a little bit. But we want to make these Saturday morning shows really cool. There's like a big topic of the show. So that's what these Saturday morning shows are going to be about, guys. So today's one that I chose is we're going to early predict Double or Nothing happening in May. So I'll show you guys the layout really quickly here. We're going to do this later. There's going to be 10 matches right here that me and Jackie are going to predict. And then when Double or Nothing comes around, we are going to see how correct we were. It's going to be awesome. But, Jackie, we have to do this together. It's going to be a team effort. We have to decide on which matches that we're going to do. So,
okay.
Hey, speaking of Jackie, Mama POV, Jackie's mother's in the chat. Good morning. How are you?
Over my little heart.
You'll take two of those donuts. Okay. I don't know how they'll keep by the time they get up to you, but why not?
They're vegan. They should be like extra. What's the word? Oh my God, forget it. I haven't had enough coffee. Preserved. Yeah. Preserved is the word.
Preserved. Nah, that's the word you're going for. Let me just, at least in my ears, I feel like the music's a little too loud. Let me just turn it down a little bit. There we go. So let's touch base about Rampage last night. Okay, so I will admit the only reason why I turned into Rampage last night, only one reason, wasn't the matches. It was Tony Khan going out on Busted Open Radio today, getting everybody hyped like he usually does. But then we get, again, the announcement of the announcement happening again. You gotta stop doing that.
Take a chill pill, TK. Come on.
You gotta
it's
stop
like
giving
every
our hopes
time.
up. We get to the end, they're like, oh, you're gonna find out Wednesday because Ali is gonna face the person that signed in the qualifiers. Now you gotta wait till Wednesday. It's like, you just told me to tune in tonight.
He wanted that ratings boost, yeah. I guess. He's like, and everybody would be like, oh shit, what's going on? And then it's like, nothing happened.
I was like, come on. He does this a lot. He really likes the announcement of the announcement. So now I'm going to every time he says something's coming up, I'm just going to wait till the next episode after. I'm not even going to watch the next episode. Unless it's Dynamite, because we have to. But I'm not going to expect.
Every time he does this, it's the opposite effect of one of your vegan donuts. It's like, it's the biggest, I hate to use the term, it's like the biggest boner killer ever.
What?
Where you're just sitting there and waiting. Yeah, I know.
You went
there with the orgasm donuts. Yeah, I'm going there with the boner killer.
Okay,
so.
Boner killer.
But yeah, it's one of those.
Blue Chew can't help you there. Sponsor us, Blue Chew. Anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, right. So, yeah, Tony Khan's announcements. He's got to stop doing this. He's got to stop saying, oh, tune in and you're going to find out. And then we get here and it's like, oh, you're going to have to tune into Dynamite. No, you tell us the night you say you're going to tell us. What are you doing? But anyways, so, yeah, we find out that this Wednesday on Dynamite, Ali is going to face whomever got signed in a qualifying match. Whatever the fuck that means. So I say whatever the hell that means, but we know that
you know what it means.
So because we both kind of thought the same thing last night, and then we're like, oh, wait. So instead of just announcing their participants and not giving us any reason why they were announced, they're gonna make people wrestle their way into the tournament, which I like that idea. I like that you have to prove yourself in order to make, especially the Owen. The Owen's going to be AEW's biggest tournament they're ever going to do. They've ever done. It's going to mean a lot. So I'd rather them kind of make it so the wrestlers have to earn their way into the tournament rather than just say, oh, hey, eight of these wrestlers are in it for no reason in particular. We just picked them.
Plus, it's a way to get more of the roster featured because with the qualifying matches, chances are you're going to have more matches going into it, and you get a chance to see maybe some names that you haven't seen in a long time, unless you're watching AEW Dark. We now know we're going to get a new signing in one of the qualifying matches. But I wanted to ask you, you're like the historian here. Has anybody ever debuted and lost their first match?
No.
Yeah. So I guess we're pretty sure that whoever this person is, Bunny is not qualifying for the Owen, because
okay, so I'm thinking like recent. Ruby debuted in the Battle Royal, she won it. Jay debuted, she won her match, obviously because she's undefeated. Ty, I don't remember. I don't remember if Ty took an L on her first one. Yeah, unless you're Seidel, that was
poor Matt Seidel, man.
But yeah, exactly, Maggie. So this ultimately is a chance for them to put more women's matches on the card if you're going to have more qualifying matches. So when you have a Dynamite or Rampage, at this point I don't care either or. Either co-hosts see different, but that's okay. I would still rather much see two women's matches on either Dynamite or Rampage. I know Rampage is at a shitty spot and a shitty time slot for a lot of people, especially the overseas people, but at least we're getting it on TV somehow. So at least give us at least two, even possibly three women's matches 1 week. You can spread it out to three women's matches. Just don't put it between 9 and 9:40.
Yeah, and don't make them all squash matches either. Don't make it like, okay, we're gonna give you one 10-minute match and then one 2-minute match or something like that. Like, we don't want to see that either. Like, don't feel like you're pandering to us to just give us a second match. Make it mean something.
See, like I'm reading the chat. I was gonna say, I don't think Allie is gonna be getting squashed, whoever debuts, because list of names, there's everyone guessing. There's Athena, Toni Storm, Tegan Knox, I forget what her new name is. Someone even said Taya Valkyrie on Twitter last night. I think she's going back to Impact. There was another name. Mia Yim, because Keith Lee is with AEW, and that could have been a draw to bring Mia Yim in. So I wouldn't be shocked if Mia Yim was also making a debut, and it's just someone out of left field. But my guess is going to be a big name off the bat. So I think my guess is a Toni Storm. It's been like a hell of a week for her since her 90 days coming to an end on Tuesday, her then releasing her OnlyFans after that, making a shit ton of money. So Toni Storm would be huge. We've said it a shit ton of times on this podcast that her into the women's division is a big get. It's a big name. I'd love to see an Athena as well. But do you have like any preference, Jackie, of like the crop? Like, do you have like someone you'd rather see than others?
Obviously, Toni Storm is definitely on the top of the list. Not only is she a great in-ring competitor, but she has a certain charisma about her. I know that word came up a bit yesterday when we were talking about like a Swerve Scott, Swerve Strickland now. But I like to see these people that they bring something more than just in-ring capability. They have that star power, and Toni Storm definitely has that star power. I don't know anything about Taya Valkyrie potentially going back to Impact. I would like to see her get a run in AEW. She's done great things in Impact, but it's like, does she want to spread her wings and try something else, or go back to the old and familiar? Who knows? All I know is that, like you said, this is an opportunity for them to get something right with the women's division. Maybe get Ruby Soho back into the mix of things. It's been a weird lull for her as far as like actual TV time. And she was a big get at the time. I don't want her to feel like she fell off. So I'm super stoked just for the Owen in general. It's got a big name tacked to it. You know, it's got a lot to live up to. You're using a name like Owen Hart. This shit better be legit.
For a winner of this tournament, ultimately, I think a person because I don't know if the Paige and Ty feud is going to move into the Owen, or if it's just going to be on its own. They're not going to be part of the Owen. I'd love to see either a Ruby Soho or even a Serena Deeb win that tournament. Especially Serena Deeb. I know she's a heel, but she's a very good wrestler, and you kind of associate Owen Hart with, coming from a pro wrestling family. So ties the two together, but Ruby Soho would be huge because she was a big name that AEW got. She's kind of been stuck in limbo for a little bit right now, so that would be a big opportunity to get her back on top, win the Owen, and maybe transition into a title match, either the TBS one or the world title. But yeah, that was like one of the main reasons why we watched Rampage last night, was because we thought we were going to get the signing, and they're like, you have to tune into Wednesday. Oh, thanks, Tony. Anyways, other than that, Rampage was all right last night. I really liked the main event with Ricky Starks and Isaiah. So I'm just gonna call him Swerve. Swerve and Ricky Starks.
Whose house?
God damn. The House of Black stuff was really cool. So we now know that it looks like it's gonna be House of Black and Dark Order, which is good. And I mentioned it as soon as it happened, and me and Jacky were watching. I'm like, okay, this is a good way to get Dark Order back on top and to transition them, right? And
they were another team that was getting a little lost in limbo there too. So it's like, give them a little bit of a boost. And House of Black is the way to do that.
Exactly. And I pointed out last night, and there's one crucial factor here as to the reason why they're doing this. So I made Jacky list off last night. I'm like, hey, list me all the members of the Dark Order. She went through them. She got eventually to Anna Jay. I'm like, who have we been seeing that got sprayed in the face and been kind of transitioning to dark? Julia Hart. That's how you get Julia Hart into the House of Black. You get them to introduce Julia Hart when Anna Jay eventually gets into this feud, because now that was the seed planted for Dark Order and House of Black. So now they're gonna get things rolling. I just want to know what 3 members, unless they're gonna just like do all rotating, because it's for sure gonna be Uno and Grayson, because they haven't done much lately. So who's gonna be the third? Are they gonna go and grab 10 to be a third against them? Because I have a feeling it's either gonna be 3-on-3 and then there's gonna be a singles match between the 2 women, or they'll do 4-on-4 and they'll include the women, which I think would be really cool.
Give us more intergender matches.
I think that kind of intergender match works out really well. So if it's the 4, I'm trying to pick who the third member of the Dark Order would be with Uno and Grayson.
I mean, given the fact that you have like monsters like Brody King on the House of Black, you shouldn't you go with 10?
Right? Yeah. I mean, I still wouldn't be. I'd be fine with Johnny Hungy getting in there, and he wouldn't be scared of Brody King.
Yeah.
You get in there and freaking just flex at him and like, Johnny's hungry.
I'm never mad at seeing John Silver, so if he was the third, I'd be cool.
Man's got the best hot tag in the business. Plain and simple. We said on this week's show. Just go check it out, guys. Lady POV. It's live on the channel right now. They're giving us the I don't know. How do I say it? I'm bad at spelling, especially in the morning. I'm pronouncing. Jacky
Wait. Intergender H. Wait, I'm now.
Oh no, she made a mistake.
Maggie, I was like, is
Maggie
she
already
breaking out the
popping us.
Bulgarian?
She's popping us. Yo, by the way, Maggie, when I watched the show for the first time last night, first of all, awesome show, guys. Go check it out. They're part of Fightful, Maggie, and I felt, oh my god. See, my
Rob
brain,
and Maggie.
My brain sucks in the morning.
They're coexisting. Fightful overbooked.
Yeah, it's so cool. Great show. And Maggie loved the accent. Great accent. Big sucker for accents, so that was fantastic. Whenever I hear someone with an accent, my attention's just... So, great show, though. Very good show. I really enjoyed all of it. Anyways, yes. Oh, we got Carrie, the head booker. What are you head booking today, Carrie? A few minutes, months ago, I think. Which one is it? Is it minutes ago or months ago, Carrie? Come on now.
A few months ago, I think.
Months ago, Malachi was answering fan questions, and then he said he would torture Hangman. This is how we get Malachi versus Hangman on a Dynamite episode. Oh, yeah, because the Hangman's still tied in with the Dark Order. Okay. I really hope so. That's gonna be a banger match, Malachi and
my
Hangman.
heart will not be able to take it. Other parts of my anatomy will not be able to take it if Malachi and Hangman get a match. I'm just saying. I'm here for that.
I'm pumped for that. So, other than that, what else happened on Rampage? Trying to think.
Dustin versus Archer.
So yeah, that opened.
What are they doing with Archer? What are they freaking
My man
doing
can't
with
buy a
him?
win this year. Has he even won in 2022 yet? I think he's only had 2
It's
matches.
just like the king of getting in these, like, you know, these matches and just not winning ever. It doesn't feel like it. And I mean, you can look at the win-loss record, and maybe there's some dark matches that are W's here, but I'm like, what the hell? Why are we doing this? What is the point? I would like to know. And it's not like I'm a huge Archer fan, but he has the potential to be that menacing person and to be built strong. Like, no shade to Dustin, but did Dustin need that win? Is Dustin doing anything that is so, you know, integral to the storylines here that, you know, he needed to pick up that win? I don't get it.
Yeah, but they let him do the crossroads. Anyways, and they call it the crossroads. They're like, oh, the crossroads. Or Excalibur at least did it.
They're gonna call it what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird that Dustin got the win, especially the way he did, and then they let Lance go on like an attack spree after and beat the crap out of him. Yeah, but again, it does nothing for his. Like,
but it's like, where was that energy during the match? That maybe you could have won.
Yeah, I was trying to get there. I was like, that was just like odd. Like, why wasn't he that aggressive in the match? Especially, wasn't it a hardcore match? Like, wasn't it a no rules match? Was it not? Am I wrong here? Did I miss something? Was it a regular singles match?
I thought it was regular. Honestly, I can't get invested, and I feel horrible saying that because, you know, I love AEW. I absolutely do. I don't like everything that they do, and when it comes down to this kind of stuff, this is the kind of stuff that I'm not really crazy about, where it feels like it's just there to be there. What purpose did it serve? I don't know.
You're
it
right.
was just it was
wrong.
a miss for me.
You ain't wrong. Oh, we got a big message in chat. What is happening here? The booking of Tony Khan for the women's is bad.
Oh my gosh, this is somebody wrote a novel.
Oh, thank you for your input. But we're gonna We're gonna keep going here because we have a big show.
This is gonna mostly be
finisher, and then Cody's gonna use the pedigree. That'd be funny. Yeah, Kara, that's funny.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it was a weird opening. Really weird opening.
It was interesting. We got 10 and 5 versus Red Dragon. It's still looking like, you know, with the ending of that match with Jurassic Express coming out, that we're going to get
I hope so.
Red Dragon versus Jurassic Express. Please, Lord. I need something to happen because this Jurassic Express title run, it ain't hitting for me. It's just not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's one of those things that when on paper, I was like, yes, they've been there since the beginning. They absolutely need this title run. This would be great babyface title run. They're over as shit with the crowd, but it's just felt very empty. So get them into a locked, solid feud.
Yeah, like we talked about it before. We talked about it in the last Good Morning Elite. Like, Rampage is really in a tough spot in the fact that they tape it after Rampage where the crowd's already dead tired from the pre-show of the Dark taping and then Dynamite as well. It's really tough to get the crowd. I mean, hot crowds are hot crowds. They're going to be loud throughout, and they were even loud on Rampage. But it's really tough when you're getting into that hour of if you're there live. So, yeah, I think Proud and Powerful must be next. I don't know. They need to do something. We've mentioned this before. Jurassic Express's title reign is becoming extremely stale because they're not doing anything with it. They keep doing this, oh, we're gonna run in and help thing. Like, stop that. We get it. They're running in and helping. We know.
Lumping
How many
them
times
in with
do you have
other
to do
storylines. I would love for Santana and Ortiz to be next in line. My guess, I don't think so. The way that it looks like they're really leaning into this Jurassic Express and Red Dragon thing. That Red Dragon might be next.
Yeah, Jericho mentioned heavy. Santana and Ortiz are not here, so we know that they're still gonna come back and get their revenge on the Jericho Appreciation Society, the worst faction name in wrestling today.
Worse than the Paragon.
Don't even get me started on that. I'm just saying they missed the boat when they could have called it Inner Circle 2.0. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, they dropped the 2.0 thing, didn't they? They changed their names. They, got a whole revamp, Daddy Magic, and all that.
Still could have kept the name. Anyways, yeah, I'd imagine Kingston will come back with them. There'll be some sort of 3-on-3 match. Probably Jericho and the or LAX. That'd be cool. I know everyone's been waiting for the LAX to form between Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. I think Diamante, people said that they want joining that one too. Anyways, yeah, okay episode of Rampage. If you guys want to check out our last Good Morning Elite, we actually had a really good discussion. Jackie wasn't there to control us and went out off the rails a little bit, but we had a really big discussion on what could Rampage be booked better, like booked better and time time slot better. It's a really good episode. Go back and check it out. But now we just crossed the 30-minute mark. So, Jackie, we're gonna have some fun now.
Okay.
For this last part, we're gonna. You guys in the chat, join along with us. We're gonna early predict the card for Double or Nothing. So let me change the layout here. We're gonna come over to this
Super
one.
early. It's like we're gonna do a little fantasy book in here.
So and we're gonna bring this back up at the predictions to see how right me and Jackie were.
We're so wrong.
We're gonna do every title, but it's not gonna be. We're not gonna go off the rails. We're not gonna be like Marco Stunt against Kenny Omega for the TNT TBS cross title. Like, we're not going like that. We're gonna try to legitly book. So some of them are gonna be tough though, because there's not really a clear cut picture. We're just gonna kind of guess where they're gonna go. So we will start the first 5 matches, the titles. So world titles for both women and men, the TNT and TBS, and then we're gonna do the tag title. So we'll do those 5, and then we'll guess the next 5. So, excuse me.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah. So let's start with let's go from the tag titles, and then we'll work our way up to both world titles. So, the tag team titles. What do we think? So we know as of now that we think it's Red Dragon and Jungle Express, Jurassic Express. Do they push that all the way to Double or Nothing? I don't think so.
Yes.
You think so? You think they're just gonna come out and save the day for like 8 weeks straight until Double or Nothing?
They might give them some placeholder matches. I think they'll intensify the feud, but I don't see Jurassic Express dropping the titles before the pay-per-view. It would be random and
maybe Red Dragon doesn't win it.
Right, but I'm like, I think the story to be told, I don't know. I'm just saying, I think they're going to extend it out to Double or Nothing, and it'll be Jurassic Express versus Red Dragon picking up.
So where are we at right now? We are on Saturday the 26th, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 9 weeks until Double or Nothing weekend. You're telling me that it's going to drag out for 9 weeks?
You and I both know that this company loves to slow burn the hell out of everything.
9 weeks.
So. Because they haven't even really fully engaged in this feud. They've just kind of been teasing it, because
we're going to get
I don't know.
NCAA or Easter special of Dynamite, and that's going to be the match.
An Easter special.
I don't know. It's going to be like Dynamite. I don't know, something. Easter special. I don't know.
SS Oblivion says maybe they'll lose the titles at Battle of the Belts. I hope Battle of the Belts this time around is better than it was last time.
Does anyone know in the chat?
That is April 15th, I believe.
Okay, tag team title match is happening at Battle of the Belts. Now, here's the thing. What if both title matches happen at Battle of the Belts? And there's a different plan for the world title and the tag titles at Double or Nothing. Because CM Punk has been doing this.
I know. Well, CM Punk was already going to be in my predictions for world title.
Okay, so tag team titles. You know what? We'll come back. How about that? We'll come back. I'll put tag team.
We'll come back because Kyle refuses to acknowledge that I'm right.
Yeah. No. Wrong. No. So let's go with the TNT Championship. So right now held by Ricky Starks. No.
Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky. I was thinking of the FTW belt. Okay, so by then, so again, we're 9 weeks out. Current storyline we have is Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara is kind of still tied in there. Looks like that's probably going to be a battle of the belts. It's going to be Scorpio Sky and Sammy Guevara will get his rematch. I don't think Sammy's going to win it back. So, my guess is we're going to get an Ethan Page face turn by then. And it's going to be Scorpio Sky against Ethan Page.
Like that. That's not where I
What do you think? No, go ahead. Because if you say something, I might change my mind. So, what do you think?
Because mine might be a little bit of a long shot. I'm over here just thinking in terms of who I think could be a good fit for, like the TNT title is one of those titles that does change hands more frequently than the others.
Also, some crazy stuff happens on top of it, but
Keith Lee, I would see Keith Lee getting a TNT title match.
He might be FTW champion by Double or Nothing. Just saying.
Yeah, but that belt doesn't go here.
I know.
Okay, we don't count that. Maggie's over here petitioning very hard for Miro.
Not yet, Maggie. Not yet.
But yeah, I could see Keith Lee going for the TNT title.
I like a Miro idea where she puts Miro because Miro is on his way back. He's due back anytime soon. We know he's gonna want to get his TNT title back. So if he comes back, he's gonna get the babyface reaction. It might be Miro and Scorpio Sky.
Could be. And I would just like to add, when I say things like, okay, Keith Lee, or making my choices, doesn't necessarily say who's going to win the match or who I think will win in that scenario, but I think he should be primed for a shot by then.
Okay.
Oh, right on cue. We say FTW title and Cupid Girls in the chat thirsting over Ricky Starks. We know, girl. We know.
I like the Miro idea. I think Miro's going to be back by then. I think it's going to be Miro and Scorpio Sky. It's just how do you get Keith Lee is feuding with Team Taz right now, and that looks like it's not over for a long shot.
We have 9 weeks to get there.
Yeah, we're not getting the.
And not only that, but I'm just thinking of the promo that Scorpio Sky cut last night, where he's like, no more open challenge. This anybody, no more open door. You're gonna have to have a significant resume to come, and talk to me about this title. So I'm like, Keith Lee has that resume, he has that credibility. So it's
maybe he has the FTW belt and be like, well, I got this.
I got this. That don't mean shit, but I got it.
That don't mean shit title. I got it. All right, we'll put Keith Lee. I'll go with that. But I'm going to remember this show. I'll come back and watch it. That I think I kind of agree with Miro.
Why don't you put both then?
Fine, I'll put both. Keith Lee versus Sky. And I'm going to put Jacky.
Mind you, we're both going to be so freaking way off. You better spell it right.
Miro versus Sky. No, I'll make this smaller.
Say it with your chest, Kyle. You don't gotta make it small.
Kyle. All right, let me make. There we go. All right, so now let's go with the TBS belt. So we got Jade Cargill, who's undefeated, 30-0 by now. She'll probably have a title match at. My spelling skills suck. I know how to spell. I just gotta it comes off weird.
He just hasn't had enough coffee. That's all.
Which reminds me, thank you. What do you have an idea?
I think that when it comes to the TBS title, there's going to be some new debuts looming. It's going to be a new debut that's going to take that title off of Jade. I don't think it's going to be somebody established on the roster.
It's just out of the free agents out there. See, I'm thinking of their roster. The person I would love to see take an offer, it would be a great story, would be a girl like a Ruby Soho. That's one. Ty Conti, but I think she's going to be tied up with Paige Van Zant. I think that's a feud that's probably going to drag until Double or Nothing. And I think Double or Nothing will be Paige Van Zant's first professional wrestling match. Being in Vegas,
makes sense. Give her the platform.
Yeah.
Does Jade have enough time to get to 40-0 by the time
she does?
Double or
She
Nothing
just
rolls
squashes
around?
like random people.
Yeah, because we said 9 weeks. If they give her a match on Dark, if they give her, I think she can stretch the streak to 40-0. I don't think that she's going to retain past Double or Nothing. I think doing the streak that long is going to become a little dangerous.
I think that's something that cool they can do. She's like, I'm going to bring the title over to Dark and Elevation, and seeing if these young cats can try to take the title off me. She just kind of goes through a bunch of people just to get that record up. Like she gives like a title match to like Sky Blue, and then she just demolishes Sky Blue.
Yeah.
You know
Statlander's getting a lot of love in the chat.
Statlander,
I would love to see Statlander.
She's got a new look, so that maybe it's Statlander. You know, maybe it's her.
The new and improved Darklander.
Yeah, I'm assuming she'll be done with Layla by then. So what's she do from now? She's changed her look. She's got a new attitude. Might as well go big now. I'm gonna guess Statlander. That's my guess.
Let's go Statlander.
We're gonna both do Statlander. Okay, Statlander versus Jade. All right. Next is we did TNT. We did tag those two. Okay, we're gonna do the men's world title. We'll do the women's for the main event of it. So the men's world title, you said
Hangman versus CM Punk.
I think that's like the definite title match. You know what I mean?
I'm not ready.
That would be a WWE botch, Maggie. 100%. It's just CM Punk with that title motion. MJF saying that they're not done. They're gonna have one more match. So I think that one more match will be probably the number one contenders match for the world title. And then the winner of that's gonna face Hangman.
It's because we were leaning very heavily into the idea that MJF could be the one to take the title off of Hangman because he is that monster heel, and you have this glorious baby face in Hangman, and it would just really push MJF over the edge to be the one to take the title off of him. But with everything that they've been hinting at with CM Punk, and CM Punk saying he wants to go for that title, he's ready, and he's got the win-loss record to go for it, how long do you hold off?
Oh, I think Carrie might have said this, but I had a thought in my head. It's for sure been said. Oh man, so House of Black and Dark Order are beginning their feud. How do you get CM Punk to turn heel? You have him join the House of Black. And that's how you drag Hangman into it.
Heel Punk is top tier television. So I know that he's been on this I love everybody, I'm happy to be here run, and people are eating it up. But I wouldn't mind seeing heel Punk either.
But we have to think, if he did join the House of Black, we gotta get used to a dark figured Punk. I'm gonna come out to AFI for all. He's gonna have that AFI theme as his regular theme song because it's a great theme song. But
yeah, see, Nate is saying I think Punk's star power will eclipse Malachi, so I kind of don't want him to join. It's weird. I don't see it as House of Black turning him into a House of Black member, but maybe them bringing out that more aggressive primal kind of side of Punk.
I mean,
and he's just the lone wolf.
Yeah, AW's showing us that we don't necessarily have to have an ultimate babyface versus an ultimate heel. They can do a Punk versus Hangman without turning Punk, and it would still sell. People would still buy into it, right? Punk wants the title. He doesn't have to be heel to want that title, right? Mm-hmm. It could be a respectable title match where they're both just, it's Punk hungry for the title. It's not necessarily Punk doesn't have to be heel to face Hangman Page at the pay-per-view. He doesn't have to be beating him down week after week until we get to the pay-per-view and then the heel wins, right?
Right. Otherwise, what's the point of rankings at that point?
You can just have
wins or losses, or you're there to be a champion. If you're not, then what the hell are you doing?
The Rock and Cena. They never had beatdowns. Like, you didn't have Cena beating down The Rock. You didn't have The Rock beating down Cena on their way to WrestleMania match. They just had promos. You can have just promos with Punk and Hangman. Hangman making fun of Punk's like UFC career or something, like kind of like giving him a low blow, and then maybe Punk just bringing up something about Hangman. Like, it's just, they can do that without Punk being an ultimate heel, and you know what I mean. I would be fine with it. I don't know if you guys in the chat would be fine with it. To me, I would be perfectly okay. But like we said earlier, they ultimately could go in the direction of MJF versus Hangman Page at Double or Nothing. And then,
they could, but I don't know.
There's your rematch. There's the Punk signifying the title thing. That's when Punk and MJF have the rematch, is when MJF's the champion. At All Out in Chicago.
That would be a really short championship.
That's a big stretch.
Reign,
but if we were closer to that's how I would book it.
I don't know. I think that CM Punk is challenging Hangman at Double or Nothing.
Yeah, MJF is going to be versing, Wardlow at Double or Nothing. That's the story there. So, yeah, we're going to put CM Punk versus Hangman Page.
Then you can put in parentheses, Jackie is not ready for that match.
That's true. We know. Oh, Maggie, thank you for the gifted sub to Carrie, the head booker. If you didn't know, Maggie Carey is the head booker for AEW. Well, we like to think so, but she's not. But she predicts a lot of stuff, like bang on.
She's the Nostradamus.
Yeah, she literally predicts things before they happen in AEW. It's crazy. Her in Phil's DM chat, she literally predicts crap that we didn't think was gonna happen. It's insane. Yeah, okay, Isaac, it's because people are not. That's because the people hating on it don't watch AEW. If they watched AEW and paid attention, they would know that MJF's mentioned it more than once that he's not a contracted wrestler in AEW. He's contracted to MJF, so he's not going to show up on the roster page. He just wrestles.
Yeah, for our audio listeners, Isaac in the chat is saying, speaking of Wardlow, he's not on the AEW roster page, and people are hating on it. It's called attention to detail, my friends.
Yeah, it's the people that hate on it, Isaac, are the people that don't watch AEW whatsoever. They just watch like their timeline. That's how they watch AEW.
It's like continuity is so important, and it's a lost art. So now when people are getting continuity, it's like, whoa, what the hell is this?
Continuity in wrestling. I'm not used to that with that other company. Anyways, women's world title. Thunder Rosa. Right now, she's doing her thing with Nyla Rose. That's probably going to be a Battle of the Belts title match. Nyla's definitely not beating Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa's holding that belt. I want to know who do we have in mind to face Thunder Rosa at Double or Nothing? Do we get the rematch between Britt and Thunder Rosa?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a rematch, but this was one of the matches where when I was trying to speculate on it, I was hitting a wall, because I think we talked about this on the show on Thursday, where it's like, if they are going the heel babyface formula, what established heels do they have that are like, okay, she's ready to go against Thunder Rosa for the title? This is one of those things I don't have a good solid guess for.
Yeah, it could be one of the new names coming in. Maybe it's one, because Tony said today also, or yesterday on Bustin' Open, that he plans on signing a bunch of free agent women. Like they're in the process of signing a bunch of them, and people who have appeared on Ring of Honor before. So that's big. So he's gonna probably scoop up all of them, to be honest. I guarantee he's gonna scoop up Athena, Toni Storm, Tegan Nox, maybe Ty Valkyrie. I think Mia Yim will come in too. Maybe it's like a Mia Yim. Maybe Mia Yim comes in, And speaking of Deonna, Cupid Girl, I think Deonna and Britt Baker are facing each other at Supercard of Honor. I've heard some things. So
my God, yeah. I freaking can't wait for Supercard of Honor. I'm so hyped.
Y'all are gonna have to buy Supercard of Honor if you want to see Deonna and Britt, because from my sources, that's a 95% chance of happening.
Oh, is that an insider source? Wink, wink. That gave you that information?
Or another source I have, actually. Someone who's tied to Impact, actually. No, I'm not joking. I have a friend here that I think he's still in like the indies here in Canada. He has some connections with Impact Wrestling, and he talks to a lot of the wrestlers over there. And he told me without telling me to order Supercard of Honor if I want to see and he quoted it. It was like a woman's fantasy match that involves a doctor. And I'm like, oh,
way to be vague without being vague.
But he put like 3 winking emojis after, so I'm like, okay, so you're just telling me, but without telling me. That's what I mean. So everyone, order the pay-per-view if you want to see that.
Oh man, well,
yeah, I seen the partnership with TJPW. Just to face Thunder Rosa, Double or Nothing, no. On like a Dynamite, maybe. It's got to be a significant feud. Double or Nothing. Again, they have 4 pay-per-views a year. We got to think the matches are big. Tony Khan always builds these pay-per-views. They have to be big matches. So it's tough. It's really tough. If Ruby Soho is not primed to win the Owen, maybe like a Ruby Soho, maybe like she just Thunder Rosa like is cutting a promo, and I don't know, maybe like Ruby Soho comes down to her and says, I don't know. I really don't. This one's tough at this point in time. Thunder Rosa, because she's just freshly new champion, it's tough to book her Double or Nothing title match. So
yeah, I really don't have a good educated.
I'm gonna write Thunder Rosa versus new person. Let's go with that. That's my guess. It'll be against a new person, someone not already established on the roster.
Phoenix, Thunder Rosa to face Paige Van Zandt, Big Star, and they have the MMA history. I'm sure they will down the line, but this, I don't think this is going to be it. Especially when she's
Paige. I'm telling you right now, actually, Phoenix. Paige is currently training right now with, I believe it's QT's factory and someone else's. She's training. She's training. Right now.
She's training with Gangrel.
Gangrel as well.
Because Gangrel had a lot of positive things to say about her training so far.
Yeah, she's training to become a pro wrestler. So I think they're gonna wait, and I think her big money first match will be in Vegas. Right? It'll be Las Vegas. Where a lot of the UFC and the MMA stuff was at. Right? That's where like their big city was for that. It just makes sense that that's gonna be her big money match. It's a big money match you book for Double or Nothing. Paige Van Zandt's first professional wrestling match against Tay Conti at Double or Nothing. So I'm actually going to write that in. I think that's going to be number 6 here.
Yeah.
So Tay Conti versus Paige.
PVZ, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. PVZ. So that's one. So we got all the title matches. So we got Thunder Rosa versus some new person. CM Punk versus Hangman. Statlander versus Jade. I have Miro against Scorpio Sky. She has Keith Lee versus Scorpio Sky. Tag title matches. I kind of want to book something.
My speculation, you took a poo
okay,
all
I'm
over
putting
it.
a guess. I'm putting a guess, and I'm going to put brackets me. I'm putting Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
But if it goes that way, Young Bucks are not taking that win.
No.
I will riot. And I love the Young Bucks, but no.
So who do you think?
No.
Do you have an idea?
Yeah, I told you. I think that they're going to stretch this Red Dragon Jurassic Express thing all the way to Double or Nothing.
That's fine. Red Dragon versus Jurassic. I'll just put GAE. It's a big freaking team name. Oops.
Don't feel bad, Kyle. I can't spell Jurassic either.
No,
I always rely on my autocorrect.
I put like a lowercase J. There we go. All right. So.
Cupid Girl FTR versus the Bucks. One could only hope that we're gonna see that rematch soon, but it's not gonna be for the titles.
Yeah, and it'll be. I'm still on the fence. It's gonna be the first night of the Owen, and that's when they introduce Bret Hart.
Please light some candles for your girl, because if Bret Hart gets to manage FTR, I will lose my shit.
You North Americans and your spelling. Hey! Yeah, spelling sucks. Actually, Maggie, it's weird. Like, there's a lot of spelling that Canadians and other countries have, but Americans are like, no, we spell it this way. Like color. They're like, nah, screw the U in color. We're taking
the
that
U.
out.
We don't want that. Kick that right to the curb. Along with the metric system, it can go over there.
All right, other matches I think are gonna happen. I think we're gonna get some sort of casino battle royale because that's
real casino battle royale this time.
Like the one they started AEW with the Joker cards and all that stuff. You know, there's gonna be a Joker card
with the suits, pulling the suits. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's tough to predict because we can't sit here and predict everyone's gonna be in it. Do you maybe want to like predict a winner?
Man, that's a tough one too. Like I feel like historically, don't they go with a new debut?
You know what? Let's predict the Joker. Let's predict the Joker. I think it's gonna be Samoa Joe.
That's a stretch, my friend.
I think it's
but I like it.
He's gonna be at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for Supercard of Honor. I think it's gonna be Samoa Joe.
Jonathan Gresham.
Oh, you think that's stretch, even though there's recent talk of him showing up. Okay, I like that.
Give me Gresham.
Samoa. Do I not know how to spell Samoa? Samoa. Joe. Did I get that right, guys? Someone please tell me I got this wrong. I need more coffee. This is what happens when I don't have enough coffee, okay?
That French press didn't do the trick, man. But you're
okay,
good.
I'm right.
I could have told you.
At least I got Gresham right. Anyways.
Second grade spelling bee, Kyle.
Yeah, I got that trophy somewhere. I don't know where it is. I'm thinking of like current feuds. I don't know. I'd love to say that Kenny Omega is going to be back in time, and we might get Kenny and Adam, but that might be a stretch. Because like, what's Adam Cole going to do?
Adam Cole.
You know what I mean? Like maybe. See, this is where I think like if Kenny's due back, they would do Kenny in the Bucks against Cole and Red Dragon.
Yeah, I don't think Kenny's going to get back before Double or Nothing. Everything that he's been through surgery-wise, injury-wise, he's not so desperately needed that he has to rush back. Let him heal up completely and be primed and ready to go for All Out. That would be freaking major. But no, I don't see Double or Nothing.
Just the way they're booking Adam Cole, it's tough to not book him on the pay-per-view right now. So he's got to have a match.
Adam Cole is beefing with everybody though, like because right now he's in this limbo feud with Adam Page. He's belt stealing, which I loved that on Rampage. She stole the freaking tag titles last night, the belt thief.
Maybe
and I'm sure he'll get his rematch, but
maybe they do a triple threat. Maybe it's Punk, Cole, and Hangman.
I don't know because I feel like for Punk that would be such a moment. I don't think they're gonna go for a 3-way.
I see it. I'm changing my pick. I'm actually gonna say that. I think it's gonna be Punk. Y'all are not gonna agree with me in the chat, but I'm gonna stick with it. That's my guess.
Man, Kyle.
What? Got you thinking, or are you just?
No, I'm disagreeing.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Then what happens when I'm right? I'm gonna be like, hey, remember that show we did back in March?
Hey, remember when you spelled my name wrong?
Yeah. That's all the time. The BCC. I saw someone mention in the chat. I think them versus the Best Friends is probably gonna be a trios match. And Yuta's going to join the BCC by then. Because Yuta's going out and proving himself, right? Because Regal mentioned that you have to prove yourself. Or was it Moxley said you have to prove yourself? He's going over to Supercard of Honor to face the pure champion in Ring of Honor. He might win that match. Come back and say, look at this. I'm the Ring of Honor pure champion. I've proven myself. There you go.
I could see that being a thing. In my heart of hearts, I would love to see... BCC versus House of Black. I want those two like mega teams.
All right, everybody, calm down. I see the mistake. Damn it. Y'all so quick to judge. I
tried to save you before.
I'm guessing that. I think it's BCC versus Best Friends. BCC with Yuta. And Best Friends is going to be Chuck, Trent.
Kyle, BCC, not BBC.
Oh, I can't. Well, sorry. That's what Nyla Rose tweeted out.
The British Broadcasting Company.
Oh, no. I don't think that's what she meant.
I know that's not what she meant. I'm trying to keep it. Pop the boys.
Pop the boys. Get your Pop the Boys shirt,
yet.
guys. Shop AW or Shop AW. No.
Kyle!
ElitePOVmerch.com. Just for you guys here, I'll plug the ad, guys. You can get your Pop the Boys shirt right now, as well as other designs there. You can get the Saturday morning design that you don't need a coffee cup to have a coffee. Baby faces have no friends, made famous by Jackie here. And the Pop the Boys merch, all available at ElitePOVmerch.com. Let's go get your merch. They're hot.
And you don't need a coffee cup to have a coffee, but you do need a coffee to have all your brain cells intact on a Saturday morning.
You need a brain to spell.
Kyle.
Are you in agreement with that? You know what's weird? Where did I hear it? Someone mentioned it somewhere that they think it's gonna be a swerve, and Trent was it our group chat that Trent is gonna join instead of Yuta?
Interesting.
Because
swerve,
Trent is just like, can you imagine it's Trent? That'd be a big swerve. Because Trent looks like a badass right now, and I could look at seeing Trent in that faction just looks great.
It would be so strange though, because it's like Trent is like so synonymous with that group. Like Wheeler Yuta can go off and do his own thing, and it wouldn't feel like I don't know. I think that Wheeler Yuta stands to gain more from going over to a group like that.
Especially because he's now going to be on. He just got put on Supercard of Honor. That kind of looks like exactly where they're going to go.
I liked that speculation about like him, getting the title and then coming back and being like, "Have I earned your respect now?"
Yeah.
Like,
I like that. Was it Rob and Maggie's podcast? It was. Okay, shout outs to them. So now 2 more matches. If you think of one, shout out, because I'm trying to think.
The chat thinks.
What do you guys think? Yeah, let us know in the chat what we think here. There's 2
Fantasy
matches.
book. Drop us a match that you think that you'll
make it
see
legit. Don't make it like random. It's got to be legit.
Don't make it Marco Stunt versus Joey Janela.
Yeah, something. Oh God. Speaking of, bye Joey.
When we know that they're both kind of on their way out at this point.
Just trying to think like what's being Keith. I feel like Keith Lee's gonna have. He might be in the Casino Battle Royal though.
Well, you already know where I put Keith Lee on this card, so.
You feel like
the girl saying, "I feel like someone New Japan."
Maybe to have a match, but against who?
Didn't they just announce that they opened the door with DDT wrestling
Jackie
also?
versus Kyle keyboard on a pole match. Yeah, winner gets a keyboard that doesn't let you spell.
Kyle versus Jacky in a spelling bee match.
Yeah. JY versus Adam Cole would be cool. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that open door became a revolving door. Jay White was like in for 2 matches or 2 segments, and then poof, he bounced. Keith Lee versus Ishii, Ricky versus Hook.
Hook versus Danhausen might be a thing. Ricky versus Hook is interesting.
That's interesting, like infighting.
Because that's like a team Taz match.
Yeah, we took a very interesting approach here because, like you said, 9 weeks out, this is hard to
I think Hook's gonna have
predict.
a match. I kind of think Hook's gonna have a match
on the main card.
Maybe.
We know he did the buy-in on Revolution, or do we think?
I think Hook's gonna. You know what? I like that. I'm going with Kerry there. I think Ricky Starks versus Hook is gonna happen.
Isaac, Taz better be on Hook's side. That's his son. Damn.
That's what I mean. Like there's gonna be like Hook's got all these wins, right? And he's piling on these wins, and he's getting so popular. Meanwhile, Ricky Starks thinks he's like the top one in the group. It just you know that's coming for a collision at some point. Kerry, That's why you called the head booker.
Also, Maggie in the chat does this really great segment every once in a while. Your favorite bartender chick who watches wrestling, and she'll make a drink based off of a wrestler that's hot at the moment, and she's talking a Danhausen drink. Very nice, very evil.
It's gonna be a very nice, very evil drink. So that means it's gonna have tequila in it, isn't it? Tequila's evil.
Tequila's evil.
If it doesn't have tequila in it, Maggie, it's a missed opportunity. Just saying. Or some other dangerous alcohol. It's got to be very evil alcohol. Tequila is nice. Jeez. Yep. Maybe for you, you're a bartender. I don't go to the bar every day. I know you don't. I mean, you work at a bar, but like still.
She works at
yeah.
Damn it.
Anyways.
She's got to go. All right, number 10.
Oof. Trying to think. I'm
thinking
of like current feuds here.
House of Black has to be on this card somewhere.
House of Black versus Dark Order. There we go.
Please. Give me House of Black every episode. Dynamite, Rampage, AEW Dark Elevation, Road to, pay-per-view, everywhere.
So there's
put that shit on everything.
So there's the predicted card. So we're gonna come back to this in May. And see how right we were, and we might be right for like half of it at least. I gotta think at least half of these matches are gonna happen. So tag team titles: Red Dragon versus Young Bucks for me, Red Dragon versus Jurassic Express for Jackie. TNT title: Keith Lee versus Scorpio Sky for Jackie, Miro versus Scorpio Sky for me. Statlander versus Jade, unanimous for the TBS title. CM Punk versus Hangman for Jackie for the world title. I think it's gonna be Punk, Cole, and Hangman in a triple threat. Thunder Rosa versus a new signee for the Women's World Championship. Tay Conti versus Paige Van Zant in a singles match. We guess the Jokers for the Battle Royal to be Samoa Joe for me. I should probably write that in so we know who was who.
Oh.
And make sure I get the names right. Kyle. And make sure I spell Jackie right. So I put Samoa Joe. She put Jonathan Gresham. BCC and Wheeler Yuta versus the Best Friends. Ricky Starks. Oh, the Owen. Yeah, the Owen final we know is going to be at the. It's kind of hard to predict that because we already know what's happening. They said that the Owen final is going to. Both Owen finals will be on the card, so it might be like a 12-match card. So Ricky Starks versus Hook for the FTW belt, and then House of Black versus the Dark Order, whether it be trios, 4-on-4, whatever. That's who we think is going to be on the card. So there you go, guys. There's that predicted card for myself and Jackie. And that is gonna, I think it's gonna wrap it up for today's show, Jackie. So do you got any final remarks before I do the plugs?
Final remark is Adam in the chat is speaking my language. He says the Owen final, Dax versus Punk round two. If I didn't think that Punk was going to be in the championship match, I would say that's another thing. Give me that match every night. Freaking, they killed it. So, Adam, fantastic. I like the way you think, my friend.
Fantastic. So, guys, just to wrap the show, I'm going to do some house cleaning here. Make sure you are following us on social media. You can follow the podcast at twitter.com/elitepov. On Instagram as well, instagram.com/elitepov. And on TikTok, where we're trying to do our best TikTok impressions or whatnot. TikTok, whatever it is, it's Elite POV Clips. You can follow myself at All Elite Kyle on Twitter. You can follow my co-host at LoveYouMake24. If you want to support the podcast, folks, you can do so on Patreon. We have a couple of tiers for you guys to support us on Patreon. Patreon.com/ElitePOV. You have a $1, $5, $10, and $20 tier. $20 tier is a perfect tier for you guys that want to get involved in the show. You guys get to actually guest star on these Saturday morning shows whenever you like. So that is what you get in that tier. But you also get really cool content like Top Girl Talk between Jackie and Jamie on the team. They actually have a new episode going to be released very soon, so you guys look out for that. Myself and Phil and Jamie are actually going to be doing Nerdy Elite soon. It's going to be a very pop culture type show where we talk about Star Wars, stuff like that. That's going to be released soon, and a lot more content on the way for patreon.com/ElitePOV. Make sure you're checking out our merch store available at ElitePOVmerch.com. Get your designs now. Baby faces have no friends. You don't need a coffee cup to have a coffee. And the ultimate new famous shirt, Pop the Boys. Pop the Boys shirt. And that is available again at elitepovmerch.com. So we do want to thank everybody for tuning into the show today here for Good Morning Elite. Myself and Jackie just doing, you know what? Screw Ant, screw Phil. From now on, it's just me and Jackie every Saturday morning. You know what?
Ooh, bold talk.
Yeah, they're going to hate me for that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for tuning in live on twitch.tv/ElitePOV. Thank you to all our audio listeners who download the episodes each and every single week to listen to us. You guys are the best. If you guys are an Apple Podcast listener, do us a great big favor. Rate us that big Meltzer 5-star rating and let us know what you guys thought of the show in the comments. Maggie, we for sure are going to get you on the show one day. 100%.
Maggie on Top Girl Talk. I'm just putting that into manifestation right now.
Yes. Maggie on Top Girl Talk eventually. That's going to be a great show. I can't wait to listen to that, by the way. You two, I was thinking about watching Maggie's show last night. I'm like, Maggie and Jackie would have this chemistry that would actually be legendary. I'm just saying. Just going to throw it out there. It's going to be a great legendary podcast. But anyways, thank you guys all for tuning in today. Again, we'll see you guys each and every single week live Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for Elite POV. And then Saturday mornings, Good Morning Elite at 10 a.m. Whenever we do, make sure you're following us on social media to let you guys know when we are doing the show. But thank you guys all for tuning in today. We love you guys. Stay safe out there. And remember, you don't need to have a coffee cup to have a coffee. See you later.